Hello, beautiful souls. So today is January the 7th, and I have come with another message for this week on a 5 card healing spread that I was called to do and deliver for you guys. So, again, if you've watched this once before, you know my belief is if you've found this message, then there's something in this message that will be relevant to you and resonate with you and that you need to hear. And so we'll go ahead and start the reading. I've already pulled the cards, and it's got some really beautiful messages, in my opinion. So the first card that we pulled is the Nine of Pentacles, the material harvest. And what this card represents is what the block is, the current block. And so the overall message here is that the universe wants to deliver all of your dreams, all of your wishes, all of the things that you desire to have the ultimate material harvest. And the block is receiving. So you're not allowing yourself to get into a receiving mode to receive all of the abundance that the universe has to offer. So whether that for you is, not believing that you deserve it, or whether it is just not believing that there's enough for everybody, the block is all about the receiving mode. So your receiving side is on your left side, your feminine side. And so and notice here you've got this yellow here that's kind of just like shining. It's really sticking out to me. And that would represent the solar plexus. And so what beliefs are you holding on to that are stopping you from receiving your ultimate abundance and your material harvest? And if you go within and sort of check your higher self, I'm sure you'll get the right message and you can start working on clearing those blocks. Because what's interesting is the action step in order to clear the block is actually the Judgment card. In this particular, that's the traditional tarot. In this particular deck, it's called Truth. And this is all about speaking your truth, accepting, embracing your truth. And, the Judgment card it's a card about sort of having an aha moment. It's about sitting back and looking at your life sort of playing in front of you on a movie screen and going, that's how I got here. Oh, that's what's going on. And of course, this is a major arcana, which means it's a major life cycle in your life right now. And so if you notice, it's also the number 20 card, which reduces down to a 2, this is an 11 year, which again reduces down to a 2. So it makes sense. There's some synchronicity there, that we would be receiving this card. And so the action step is, just like I was saying before about the, going within, is to really sit back and take a truthful look at your life and say, how did I really get here? And accepting the fact that your life is a result of the choices that you've made. So if you're really happy, excellent choices. I'm not saying you didn't make a few mistakes along the way, as we all do. But if you're not happy, it's all about making a different choice and really standing in the truth of how you got to where you are and truthfully what you need your next step to be. Okay? And so the outcome card is the Four of Swords. Now this card is all about going within, rest and rejuvenate. It's really about having a space of non-action. And so this doesn't mean, for the rest of the year. This just means right now. If we go back to the solar plexus, we go back to the block being receiving. The rest and rejuvenation card as an outcome means if you look at the block and you have your aha moment and you stand in your truth, then the outcome will be a moment of rest and rejuvenation to get your receiving back in balance, to get yourself back in balance in order to receive the material harvest that Spirit and the universe has for you. So doing those two things, looking at the block, taking the action, this is going to really put you in a state of balance for receiving. So the energy cards that came up, this is your internal energy, which is journey. And notice again, we've got the number 2, so another synchronicity there. And it coincides with the judgment card in that, you're taking a journey within. And so if we look at this, the symbolism on the card, we've got all these arrows pointing inward, one pointing outward, and then we've got her holding this light here, but looking away from it. And to me, this light represents the truth, which goes back to our judgment card. And so it really is about internal. This is your internal energy card. This is taking an internal journey to take a look at what is going on, how did you get here, and what can you do to get past it. Now, what's also interesting, as we talked about the rest and rejuvenate card, and that this outcome will be, allowing yourself to receive and finding balance, is that the external energy force card is the Angel of Balance. So, there's a lot of synchronicity going on here. You just can't make this stuff up. And so the external force, the external energy is the universe wanting to call you back into balance, wanting you to take this journey within and then creating some balance so that the material harvest that you desire can be given to you. So beautiful card here, beautiful message. The universe is supporting you. They just want you to come back into balance. I think we got this card last week in the last reading as well. So it's interesting that it's shown up twice in a row, which means that, we still have some work to do on getting balanced. All right, so I pulled 2 additional cards, and these are beautiful Soul Tree Oracle cards. And this particular card is called Intention. And so what I like about this particular message is as you go in to look at your truth, and as you get balanced, you take that inner journey. When you get to your outcome, which is, of course, the rest and rejuvenate, I think what this message here is telling us is that we need to be very clear on the intentions that we set. So if we go within and recognize, okay, the choices we made before, the intentions we set before got us to where we are, what intention could you set for your life today, for this week, that will get you to your highest, most authentic self? To get you to that material harvest, to get you to that happiness that you seek. What's the intention that you need to set for your life for this week? Now, if we look at this is the message from the universe card that I pulled. Notice the synchronicities here as well, in that, you've got this beautiful tree with these kind of wild and crazy branches. This is I pulled this card intentionally for the message from the universe. And this is the regeneration card. And this is all about rebirth. This is all about second chances. This is all about starting over. And so if you're having that feeling of, oh my gosh, I've gotten this far and there's nothing I can do, it is what it is, this is a message from the universe saying it doesn't have to be. If you set some new intentions, you have the opportunity right now, the energy, if you get yourself in balance, you go do your journey within, the energy from the universe is supporting a rebirth. It's supporting this second chance for you. It's supporting your allowing to receive this material harvest. Okay? It's all about taking that journey within. And you'll get this regeneration. And the colors on this card are actually quite beautiful. You've got this beautiful red down here, which could represent, at the base, which is your sacral chakra, which is all about security, finding that security for yourself. And then you've got this blue here, which goes for the throat chakra, which represents, once again, speaking your truth, identifying your truth, allowing your truth to come forward. So that's what that feels like. And then you've got all of this beautiful white healing light that's coming down from above, which could be representing, the receiving, okay, which is where we're understanding our block for this week is in receiving. And so all of this beautiful white light wants to be received, but you've got to get yourself in balance in order to do that. So, beautiful message of regeneration, rebirth, stepping within, going on that journey, looking at the twos for this beautiful synchronicity. And so, if you need help with setting your intentions, I'd hope that you'd reach out, ask some questions. I'd love to have a reading for you to help you get clear on what your intentions are. But really take some time and sit in some space this week to identify, what are your clear intentions? What do you want to manifest in your life? And then open yourself up to that receiving and to getting this material harvest. So that concludes our reading. I hope that something here is helpful for you and resonates. As always, if I can be of service in giving you a private reading, certainly reach out and I'd love to chat with you.